Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today for our sleep clinic. I'm just making sure that we've got the speaker view. Yeah, we've got, yeah, thank you very much. So we've got Jalpa, and she's sharing her screen, and she's a financial coach and educator. She used to be in, the corporate world, and now she runs a business helping people with their money. And I'm really excited because she knows so much about money. I went to one of the webinars before Christmas, and she helped me with my Christmas finances and saving. So she's very, very good. And I'm so happy to welcome Jalpa. Thank you very much, Jalpa. Over to you, darling.
Well, thank you, Yewande. That's lovely. And inviting me to talk today about this really important topic about how financial lives and sleep interact. So financial concerns are among the top causes for stress for adults, and it directly impacts our sleep quality. The relationship between money and rest can affect people across the wealth spectrum. So wealthy individuals can also experience financial anxiety that disrupts their sleep. Excuse me. Understanding the connection between our financial lives and our sleep quality is a first step towards improving our financial well-being and our sleep health. So, there we go. So why do finances disrupt our sleep? Excuse me. So uncertainty creates anxiety. So our brains are wired to perceive uncertainty as a threat. So financial uncertainty, whether it's about market fluctuations, job security, unexpected expenses, this triggers our body's stress response. And as Yewande will tell you, it releases cortisol and adrenaline, and these hormones are fundamentally incompatible with restorative sleep. And then the cognitive load of financial management. Managing finances requires mental bandwidth, budgeting, planning, investing, financial decision making. It all consumes cognitive resources. So many people find themselves mentally reviewing financial decisions or planning financial moves during the quiet hours when actually they should be sleeping. And then the time money paradox is interesting. We live in a culture that often equates time with money, and it creates the pressure to maximize productivity. This can then lead to sacrificing sleep to work longer hours or take on side hustles, and ironically undermines the very productivity that we are trying to enhance. And of course, digital financial habits, the 24/7 availability of financial information, online shopping, banking, it means that we're never really truly disconnected from our financial lives. So we're checking our investment accounts, we're making late night purchases guilty, stimulating our brains precisely when we should be winding down. So what can we do about it? So here are some tips that you might be able to incorporate into your sleep routines. So just as Yewande would say, just as Yewande would recommend a bedtime routine, I'm recommending a financial wind down routine. So you could set a cutoff time, ideally 2 hours before your bedtime, after which time you will not check your bank accounts, you won't make any purchases, and you certainly won't discuss money matters. You could schedule a worry time, so you can allocate 15 to 20 minutes earlier in the day or schedule it for the next day, specifically allocated to financial worrying. So you can write down your concerns and your potential next steps. And when these financial thoughts arise at bedtime, remind yourself they've already been scheduled for tomorrow's worry time. A popular general financial sleep well-being tool is a brain dump journal by the side of your bed, but you can also put your financial thoughts in there as they intrude into your brain as you're trying to sleep. So you can write them down to signal to your brain that it doesn't need to keep cycling through these thoughts to remember them. And practicing financial mindfulness. When financial anxiety strikes, acknowledge it without judgment. Notice where you feel the stress in your body. Take a deep breath and gently bring yourself back to the present moment, to your breathing, to the comfort of your own bed. Other things we can do that will reduce financial anxiety is automate whatever we can. We can reduce cognitive load by automating regular payments, bill payments, saving transfers, and the peace of mind from knowing these essentials are handled can significantly reduce your nighttime anxiety. And of course, I'm going to mention the emergency fund. If you don't have one, you can start building one straight away. Every small amount helps. And as it builds gradually, you'll feel more in control, and it will give you that peace that maybe you're missing. And then maybe we can all set ourselves a digital disconnect challenge. So creating those technology-free times and spaces is crucial for breaking the cycle of financial stress. We are bombarded with notifications that create a sense of urgency around money. We're shopping when we should be sleeping. We're checking investments when we should be sleeping, and it leads to obsessive behavior, especially at times like this when the markets are not doing very well. Most of us are looking, especially if we're nearing retirement age, we're looking at our investments constantly because we're worried. So those are some practical tips. But to finish off, I just wanted to kind of put a different view on the whole kind of relationship between sleep and finances. So modern society often positions sleep as you know, competitors for a limited time. So in other words, it creates conflict that ultimately serves neither our financial health nor our physical well-being. And the ancient Greeks spoke of something called eudaimonia, and this means that and it applies to many cultures, that true prosperity isn't just about material wealth, but is about living in a holistic sense. So when we sacrifice sleep for financial pursuits, we're actually making a poor investment. The research is very clear. Chronic sleep deprivation, it impairs decision making, it reduces productivity, it increases your healthcare costs, and it shortens your lifespan. So none of these outcomes serve our financial goals at all. So perhaps we need to reimagine the relationship between sleep and finances, not as competing priorities, but as mutually reinforcing elements of a well-lived life. So quality sleep enhances the mental clarity needed for sound financial decisions. And financial security then, properly understood and managed, creates conditions for restful sleep. So the wisdom traditions of many cultures remind us that true wealth includes good health, peace of mind, the ability to be present for meaningful moments, all of which depend on adequate rest. So when you go to sleep tonight and you lay your head on that pillow, consider that the act of sleeping well might be one of the most financially savvy decisions that you're going to make. And perhaps the ultimate measure of financial success isn't just the number in your bank account, but the ability to sleep peacefully with whatever that number may be. Oh, I think I missed the slide there. And that's it.
Sorry, can you please go back to the slide you missed?
Yeah.
Thank you. Brilliant. Thank you so much, Jalpa. I really enjoyed listening to that. You know, like, as one of the things I really enjoyed you saying was sleep as a financial investment, which makes it more kind of important for us to prioritize sleep. Thank you for that.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Does anybody have any questions or any insights that they can share maybe?